Alright guys, I'm just going to show you a very quick slideshow of 3 different games that I've played this month. Man, I've been playing a lot of Warhammer this month. I played a lot of games this weekend and the last week, and a lot the previous weekend. It's just been mass Warhammer, so just a very quick slideshow here. Not a proper battle report, but just going through all the photos I've taken. I haven't really gotten around to doing battle reports of all these games. Some of them I haven't taken enough photos of. This one that you're skimming through right now is High Elves versus Vampire Counts. This was part of a best of 3 that I had against this guy, and I lost the first game, but I won the second and third game, so nice little wrap up there. Basically, through the duration of that best of 3, I figured out what to do and what spells to take and so forth, and in the first game I hadn't even taken High Magic, and this is quite a heavy casting army. He has a Vampire Lord with the Master of the Black Arts, or whatever it gives, whatever spell gives him, whatever ability gives him the extra 2 power dice, plus he's got that Skull 1 type thing that gives you the +1/+1 to casting and dispel. But at any rate, had a good time against this particular player and this particular army. I'm enjoying playing against Vampire Counts. It's a new challenge. I'm glad I'm getting around to it, because when I was playing Tomb Kings, I very rarely got to play against Vampire Counts at all. So now I'm getting the chance to. Also, now that we're on to the next game here, you can see my army deployed against my opponent, who's got some guys which aren't really painted up very well, and he's using a lot of proxy models, but this is actually a Chaos Dwarfs army. You can see from the Bull Centaurs in those units. And I think that's very cool. It's the first time I've ever played against Chaos Dwarfs, and it was a nice experience. Unfortunately, there weren't too many things about his army which were uniquely Chaos Dwarf. For example, a lot of his armies, a lot of his units were just plain old dwarves, and he had a lot of hobgoblin units. He even had some ogre lead belchers, like Dogs of War allies there, which is interesting. But his Earthshaker, which he took, I managed to snipe when I got the first turn. I just shot the crew with all my magic and shooting, which was a real lifesaver. And the rest of the game was pretty easy after that. Managed to get quite a decisive victory. And yeah, unfortunately, my opponent didn't get the opportunity to slow me down with Earthshaker early on, so it was a bit difficult for him. But I really enjoyed this game, and Chaos Dwarves I think are really cool. I would like to give them a go one day, but not really having the opportunity anytime soon. He took 2 Bull Centaur heroes and 2 sorcerers on foot. So I didn't get to see the the big flying dwarf on the monstrous mount, unfortunately. But I still had a really good time, and a great guy to play against. Now, yeah, so this is the game that I played at City Guard last weekend, and this next game that I'm about to show you is a game that I had just last night. It's my first ever High Elf versus High Elf battle report. Well, it's not a battle report that I'm going to do, it's just a quick review. But it's High Elves versus High Elves, and this guy is a guy that lives outside of the country most of the time, and he's just back in the country for a short period of time. So he's using an army which he's just freshly bought, and somebody else designed the list for him, and he's just having a crack at it, having a go. And his army actually turned out to be quite similar to mine. He's got a lot of spearmen, but no eagles, and no white lions or any chariots, so that's where the points have been shifted around. But he's got the same number of dragon princes as me, same hero setup, except my items are slightly different. And what happened during this game was that I managed to get my eagles into great positions to really disrupt him on one flank, and on the other flank I was able to hit his war machines and do some damage. He also took some Shadow Warriors, which were kind of cool. Shadow Warriors are difficult to use. You've really got to get some good terrain setups to be able to get them going very well. You've got to hide them in places where they're not too close to the enemy deployments and they can't be seen, so it's quite difficult to get them to great position. But anyway, that's it. I managed to win this game, had a great time. Been playing a lot of Warhammer lately. Hopefully I'll get some full-fledged battle reports up for you guys soon, but for now I hope you enjoyed this one, and might be doing some other videos of other computer games this week. See you guys later.